Hello, hello. All right, guys, we are going to start our English class. I don't know at what time you're going to be taking this class because I know that Mr. Boria scheduled a Japanese class for 10:30. So maybe you are watching this in the afternoon and doing this class in the afternoon when you were supposed to have Japanese. I don't know. Okay? The most important thing is that we are going to be working again with adjectives, but this time we are going to be working on page 241, and we are going to be working with adjectives in the positive, comparative, and superlative degrees. I don't know if you remember from last year that we worked with the comparatives, the one that end with er, and we also worked with the superlatives, the ones that end with est. Okay, so this year we're doing it again. Okay, and let's see what the textbook says. So go to page 241 and let's read together where it says focus, and let's see what the textbook has to say now in sixth grade. It says adjectives can be used to describe an object in relation to another. Así que los adjetivos pueden ser utilizados para describir un objeto en relación a otro, una persona en relación a otra, o un animal en relación a otro. Okay? Adjectives that show comparison have special forms called degrees. Así que aquellos adjetivos que muestran comparación tienen una forma muy especial que muestran grados, ¿verdad? Grados de comparación. Adjectives in the positive degree describe something without comparing it to anything else. Así que here we have the first degree, the positive one. This degree does not compare something to another, all right? This one doesn't compare. Adjectives in the comparative degree, the ones that end in er, are used when two things are compared. For example, my pet is larger than yours. For example, or my house is bigger than yours. ¿Ok? Ahí estoy comparando dos cosas. Estoy utilizando el sufijo er al final del adjetivo y estoy utilizando la palabra than. ¿Ok? Para comparar ambas cosas. Now, adjectives in the superlative degree can be used when three or more things are compared. Así que estos en el grado superlativo los utilizamos cuando tres o más cosas están siendo comparadas. Let's see the examples. The positive degree. The maze is big. Ahí te está diciendo el laberinto es grande. Nada más, no te está comparando a nada con nada. ¿Ok? Comparative degree. Let's see now the comparative degree, which compares two things. The other maze is bigger than that one. ¿Ok? El otro laberinto es más grande que aquel, por ejemplo. Así que me está comparando un laberinto con el otro. The superlative degree, this maze is the biggest one of all. And there you have the suffix est, tienes el sufijo est, and the word the, or the article, okay, before the superlative adjective, okay? Esto es una clave. Las claves importantes son, el positivo no te compara nada con nada. El comparativo te compara dos cosas y tiene una palabra clave que es than. Y el superlativo te puede comparar hasta tres cosas o más y tiene antes del adjetivo, tiene la palabra the or the, ¿ok? Y termina en est, mientras que el comparativo termina en er. Okay, let's do the practice together. It says circle the adjectives Vamos a circular primero los adjetivos. Write PD next to the sentences that have adjectives in the positive degree. Así que vamos a escribir PD cuando están en positivo, cuando no comparan nada. Simplemente están describiendo. Write CD next to the ones that have adjectives in the comparative degree. Así que CD cuando sea comparativo, cuando estén comparando dos cosas y tengan la palabra than. And write SD next to the ones that have adjectives in the superlative degree. Así que SD cuando estén en el superlative degree, cuando terminan en EST y tienen antes el artículo the or the. A. The Atlas made these beautiful wings. Which is the adjective there? ¿Cuál es el adjetivo ahí? If you said beautiful, you are correct. Is that adjective comparing something? No, it's not. It is not comparing something, so it is in the positive degree. So there you write PD. PD vas a escribir ahí, porque eso está en el grado positivo. No está comparando nada. Letter B. These wings are the biggest of them all. Which is the adjective there? If you said biggest, you are correct. It ends with EST and it has the in front. So you write there SD. All right? Now, my wings are prettier than yours. Which is the adjective there? If you said prettier, you are correct. It ends with ER and it has the word than. It is comparing two things. So that one is in the comparative degree, CD. All right? The maze's walls were tall. Which is the adjective there? If you said tall, you are correct. Is tall comparing something to another? No, it's not. So tall there is in the positive degree. Are we clear? This is very simple. If you find an adjective, as the ones that we found yesterday in our lesson of adjectives, that does not end with ER or EST, you have an adjective in the positive degree. If you find an adjective with the ER at the end, you have an adjective in the comparative degree. And it also uses the word than, okay, because it is comparing two things. Now, if you find an adjective with an EST at the end, you found a superlative adjective, right? And it also has the article the in front, all right? Okay, so we are not going to be writing the three sentences using adjectives in the positive, comparative, or superlative degree because you know that I like doing sentences with you in the classroom and I'm not there with you to do it. So let's see what we have on page 242. Okay, here we have the rules. Aquí tenemos las reglas para formar el comparativo y el superlativo. Y yo creo que ya yo más o menos te las expliqué ahorita cuando estábamos hablando en la lección y en la práctica. But let's read them. Read them with me. Where it says focus. Use the following general rules to write the comparative and superlative degrees of the adjectives. Okay, estos son reglas generales. Okay. Number 1. Some one-syllable adjectives that end with consonants form their comparatives and superlatives by doubling the consonant before adding ER or EST. Así que aquellos que son de una sola sílaba o monosílabos usualmente hacen su comparativo y su superlativo doblando la última consonante y añadiendo el sufijo ER si es comparativo, EST si es superlativo. All right? Let's read the examples. Hot, hotter, hotter than, porque tenemos que usar el than, or the hottest. All right? Utilizamos the cuando estamos hablando del superlativo. Rule number 2. Adjectives that end with a silent E, esa E que nos suena al final, ¿verdad? De una palabra, form their comparatives and superlatives by dropping the E before adding ER or EST. Okay? So, a estos que terminan en E, no le añadimos otra E. Ya esa E está ahí, ¿verdad? O podemos decir que quitamos la E que tiene y le añadimos la ER, como tú desees, ¿verdad? Interpretarlo. But let's read the examples. Nice, nicer, okay? Nicer than, obviously, or the nicest. So, to those that end with E, we only add the R or the ES or the ST, I'm sorry, the ST. No le añadimos otra E. Podemos verlo como ellos nos lo dicen. Quitamos esa E y le añadimos la R. Pero yo prefiero decir que solamente añadimos la R o la ST. ¿Ok? ¿Estamos claros ahí? Cuando termina en E. Okay, let's see the next one. Adjectives ending with a Y, preceded by a consonant, form their comparatives and superlatives by changing the Y to an I and adding ER or EST. And we are very used to this. Okay, cuando vamos a cambiar cosas, palabras, perdón, que terminan en Y, usualmente en inglés, ¿verdad? Eliminamos esa Y, le ponemos una I y añadimos entonces el sufijo correspondiente. In this case, funny, funnier than, or the funniest. Right? Some adjectives have irregular patterns in their comparative and superlative forms. For example, y estos son bien importantes, que yo sé que el año pasado tal vez te acuerdes que había que memorizarlos y todo lo demás. So this is very important for you to memorize and don't make mistakes when you are using this comparative and superlative adjectives, all right? Miren, good, it's not gooder, it's better than or the best, okay? No decimos ni gooder ni goodest. No. When we use bad, we don't say badder or baddest, even though you have been hearing that. We use worse than or the worst, all right? When we use a little, is less than or the least, okay? Eso te lo debes memorizar. Algo que debe estar aquí. ¿Está bien? Porque cambian, son irregulares, ¿okay? No son las mismas reglas. Ahí cambia la palabra completa. The word changes completely, right? Now, to form the comparative or superlative of a word with 2 or more syllables, add the words more or most. Y aquí te voy a explicar en español. Si tengo una palabra que tiene más de dos sílabas o más, o sea, 2 sonidos de vocal, porque ya habíamos aprendido las que eran las sílabas en inglés son los sonidos de las vocales, ¿ok? No exactamente como las separamos en español, sino como las escuchamos, ¿ok? No vamos a usar los sufijos en este caso. We are not going to use the suffixes ER or EST in these cases. We are going to use the words more and most, okay? Now let's see the examples. For example, creative. So I am not going to say creativer or creativist, all right? I say more creative than or the most creative, all right? ¿Están claros? If you need to review again those rules, do it. You have time. This is your class, all right? Do it. Go ahead and read them again. Try to memorize, if you haven't done that yet, the irregular form of the comparative and superlative adjectives for good, bad, and little. Now, let's do the practice. It says, create a table in your notebook with 3 columns labeled positive, comparative, and superlative. Write the following adjectives in each column. Okay, así que vas a ir a tu libreta, open your notebook, and you're going to do this table. And I'm going to help you with the first one. The positive degree of pretty is pretty. The comparative degree of pretty is prettier than. Prettier. ¿Okay? Y como termina en Y, le voy a quitar esa Y y le voy a poner una I y entonces añado la ER. ¿Ok? Bien importante que hagas eso. Now, the superlative degree is the prettiest. Prettiest. ¿Ok? Igualmente, le quito la Y, le pongo la I y añado EST. All right? Do you have any questions? I'm sorry I'm not there to answer them. Pero lo que vas a hacer en tu libreta es crear una tablita, ¿verdad? Y puedes escribir positive, comparative y superlative. Y escribes todos los positives que están ahí. Pretty, tall, great, smart. Y luego entonces al lado el comparative, que termina en ER. Y el superlative, que termina en EST. I know you can do this. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. God bless you.